Most people call in sick like they are on trial. They do not just say they are unwell. They give symptoms, timelines, theories, apologies, backup plans, and a full medical press conference. And by the time they finish, they have accidentally made their absence sound negotiable. Think about what actually happens. You are coughing, sweating, barely able to stand, and somehow the illness is not your biggest fear. Your biggest fear is what Jacob in operations will think. You are afraid of looking lazy, afraid of looking unreliable, afraid that one normal human absence will erase 6 months of showing up on time, afraid your manager will hear, "I'm unwell," and translate it into, "I don't really care about this job." So instead of sending 6 calm words, you start drafting a confession. You explain how badly you slept. You apologize twice before you reach the point. You offer to come in later if it gets better. And in all that honesty, you hand your manager the one thing you never meant to give them: room to push back. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Calling in sick is not a courtroom defense. It is a professional notification. The rule is simple. Your message needs 4 things: that you are unwell, that you will not be working or coming in, the expected time frame, and the handoff, only if one actually exists. That is all. No symptoms, no diagnosis, no evidence, no request for emotional support. You are not applying for permission to have a body. Your job is to notify, not to confess, not to persuade, not to defend. The moment you explain more than your status, you stop notifying and start auditioning for belief. You are not more professional because you panicked in full sentences. You are not more responsible because you handed your manager a symptom buffet. You are just teaching people that your boundaries can be negotiated. So here is the message that does the entire job. "Hi Jacob, I'm not feeling well and won't be able to come in today. I'll keep you updated if I'm unable to return tomorrow. Thank you." That is it. "I'm not feeling well" is enough. "Won't be able to come in today" is firm. "I'll keep you updated" reassures without promising what you cannot control. Notice what is missing. No vomiting, no fever, no migraine, no "I was up all night fighting for my life." Nobody needs the director's cut of your immune system. The workplace does not need your symptoms. It needs your status. And your status is unavailable today. So why do people overshare? Because they are not really reporting sickness, they are trying to prove something. Underneath every over-explained sick text is a plea. Please still think I am reliable. Please do not punish me socially. Please do not rewrite my entire work ethic because my body failed for one day. That fear feels like honesty, but more detail does not make you more believable. It just gives a political workplace more material to question. Oversharing feels like evidence, and in the wrong office, evidence becomes ammunition. Here is what too much sounds like. "I think I ate something bad last night, then around 3 a.m. I started feeling weird, and now I'm not sure if it's food poisoning or maybe stress, but I really tried to get ready." Every extra clause is a door someone can walk through. Then there's this: "I feel terrible doing this because I know we're short-staffed." That tells your manager your guilt is available for use. And this: "I can come in if you absolutely need me." That turns a sick day into a negotiation you will lose. If one day is not enough, do not trap yourself by promising a return you cannot guarantee. "Hi Jacob, I'm still unwell and won't be able to work today. I'll update you tomorrow regarding my availability." "I'll update you tomorrow" beats "I'll definitely be back tomorrow," because overpromising a return only creates a second problem when recovery takes longer. Then there is remote work. A lot of workplaces treat working from home as the punishment version of being sick. Too unwell for the office, but surely you can still log in. No. A sick day is not a location change. It is not office, but horizontal. This is how modern workplaces erase the sick day without ever admitting it. They replaced rest with messages from bed and turned remote work into the loophole that eats sick leave alive. So close it. "Hi Jacob, I'm unwell and won't be able to work today, including remotely. I'll check back in when I'm able." If you work a shift, the kind in retail, restaurant, healthcare, warehouse, or customer service, the pressure is worse because your absence leaves an immediate, visible gap someone has to scramble to fill. That is exactly why your wording has to be fast, clean, and firm. "Hi Jacob, I'm unwell and won't be able to work my shift today. I'm letting you know as early as possible so coverage can be arranged." What you never add is, "I can try to come in if you really need me." That single sentence tells the manager the absence is negotiable if they apply the right pressure. A lot of employees apologize like being sick is misconduct. One polite line is fine. Repeated guilt just weakens you. So instead of, "I'm so sorry, I feel awful, I hate doing this," try, "I'm unwell and won't be able to work today. Thank you for understanding." That last line assumes professionalism instead of begging for it. Do not perform guilt to prove you are responsible. Responsible people get sick too. When your boss asks what's wrong, you do not owe a diagnosis. Stay calm and closed. "I'm dealing with a health issue and prefer to keep the details private. I'll update you on my availability." Avoid, "I don't have to tell you." Even where privacy may apply, it sounds combative. "I prefer to keep the details private" does the same job without the fight. And when they push, and some will, this is where the old you starts negotiating against yourself. You hear, "We're short-staffed," and suddenly your fever becomes a team-building exercise. Hold the line without heat. "Are you sure you can't come in?" You, "Yes, I'm not well enough to work today." "Can you at least handle a few emails?" You, "I'm not well enough to work today. I'll follow up when I'm available." Your power phrase is one line. "Unfortunately, I'm not able to do that today." Polite, firm, not rude, not emotional, not over-explained. On documentation, keep it simple and do not volunteer evidence. "I'll follow the company's absence procedure and provide any required documentation if needed." Never offer, "I can send pictures," or "I'll send my test results." Your medical information stays controlled by you. Whatever the channel, call, text, or portal, the language stays short. By email, the subject line reads, "Sick day, Donald," then one clean sentence. After that, stop talking. Silence feels awkward, but silence is just the part where you stop giving away leverage. A handoff should not become unpaid work from your sickbed. Not 15 tasks you will try to finish. Just this. "The only urgent item I'm aware of is the Henderson invoice due today. Mark has the latest information." A handoff is not an audition for sainthood, and in a messy workplace, confirm the call in writing because documentation is not paranoia. It is what you use when someone later remembers the conversation differently. Then do not create evidence that contradicts the message you just sent. Do not post yourself at brunch, the gym, or the beach the same day. Do not give people screenshots to weaponize later. If you said you were too sick to work, do not answer messages all day either. Unavailable means unavailable. So here is the final verdict. When you call in sick, you do not owe anyone a performance. Not confession, not performance, not apology theater, not a symptom documentary. Status, time frame, procedure, done. You are not asking your job to approve your immune system. You are notifying them that you are unavailable.